what are some ways to adjust accordingly? Because I imagine this happens. I mean, this does happen all the time. Let's say you're in a sales negotiation. The person you're speaking to sounds great. Let me run it by my team. We'll send it back over tonight, and then things
go away, right?
Things go away. What happened, right? It's almost like that another negotiation had to take place that we weren't a part of.
Right. Right. Well, so then the secret to gaining the upper hand in a negotiation is giving the other side the illusion of control. First of all, to get your counterpart comfortable, you got to give them the illusion of control. That's principally going to come through how and what questions. How and what questions are very deferential. It's not that you got an answer, it's the effect you had when you asked. So the effect you want to have when you ask is like, how does everybody on your side feel about this? How do the people that have to implement this, how do they see this? Now, your counterpart's going to be, they're fine, everything's good. But the point was you asked the question which plants a seed in their mind. And then they're going to think twice about it. And you need to ask those questions a couple of times, enough so that this person starts to think of themselves, maybe I better double check. Because they think it's their idea. There's a little inception going on here. Remember that Leonardo DiCaprio movie? You're trying to plant a seed. You're trying to plant a seed in their mind that the rest of their team is important. They have no idea that that's what you're doing. You're doing it deferentially, innocuously. As soon as they start going back to the people on their team, those people start to get looped in. You now begin to deal with your implementation issues. You're less likely to get single-threaded.
So I know when you talk about this, you talk about like a mindset of discovery when you go into negotiations.
Right.
What do you mean by that? Is it really just trying to understand how a decision's made? Who's involved? Just try to gain clarity on the situation.
Well, a couple different things. First of all, the mindset of discovery is it's a hack for you. It's basically a positive frame of mind, and it's curious, and you can actually take in more information. You see things faster when you're in that mindset. You pull in more data. Your pattern recognition increases. All the things that go to higher mental performance. So first of all, if you have a mindset of discovery, you're going to be smarter. You could easily argue probably at least 31% smarter, which is enough of an edge that if you're interested in edges, you're going to want it. Then the other thing too is, by definition, it's an asymmetric world. It's an imperfect world. We know we don't have all the information, yet we act like we do. There's never a negotiation where you're not holding stuff, holding stuff to the vest. There's never a time when you don't have cards that you're holding back. Well, if you're not doing that, then that means they get the same dynamic. So we intellectually know there's stuff that we don't know. Now, the crazy thing to really bend your mind around is what happens in the overlap. Because not only, since I don't know what they don't know, the Donald Rumsfeld line, the unknown unknowns, but what's really sweet is when you hit the overlap, and between the two of you, you discover stuff that if you're holding it back, it's important, which means you're going to get an exponential effect if you can uncover it.